You know, your salvation is to cleanse you from all sin. He'll give you his Holy Spirit so you won't sin anymore. The fallen churches, those who are the blind, leading the blind, they teach you that that's not the case. They teach you that you can't be freed from sin. And in fact, you have different types of churches out here that have all different types of doctrine. And one of those groups would be the spiritual extremist end that is not Holy Spirit, but spirit activity. And those would be like the apostolic, the Pentecostal, the Assemblies of God. And they will run you around in circles and they will teach you all of this stuff, like this kind of spirit, that kind of spirit, how to rebuke this, how to rebuke that, all this stuff. They have spiritual experiences and they start flapping around, falling down, telling you they've been slain in the spirit, all kinds of stuff. None of them are freed from sin, so they don't have the Holy Spirit. In fact, what they have is a bunch of devils teaching them nonsense and toying with them until the time comes that the devil is allowed to sink his teeth in. So I'm letting you know, you better get out, you better run, you better seek Jesus while there's time. It says right here in 1 John 3, whosoever abides in him sins not. Whosoever sins has not seen him, neither known him. It says here, he that commits sin is of the devil. You better make sure you can understand this. Whosoever is born of God does not commit sin, for his seed remains in him, and he cannot sin. It says he cannot sin. Well, how is that possible? Because the Holy Spirit's real. That's how it's possible. Because he's born of God. That means born again. And in this, the children of God are manifest. That's how you know a child of God. That's how they're made known. That's the evidence of their salvation. However you want to dice that. So you got to stop listening to others. Listen, the child of God, once they've been cleansed of all sin, in other words, saved, they're a brand new creature. And they're no longer of the flesh. In fact, Romans 8 told you all about that. They're no longer of the flesh. They are literally led by the Spirit, by the Holy Spirit. And so the Lord is able to keep them from falling. Do you understand that? So when the devil tempts them, the Lord holds them back and they resist that devil. It's all by Jesus. But if you don't have Jesus, you're not led by the Spirit. No, you stumble in sin. This is the job of Satan, to keep you in sin. He doesn't care if you're religious. He laughs at you when you play church. He laughs at you. These devils have you marked, and they love to stunt and show off their handiwork when they pack the pews full of the blind, claiming Jesus, but don't obey him. They laugh when you think that you are saved, but you still sin. That is a joke to the powers of darkness. They've got you. I'm telling you, they've got you. Mankind has a spiritual blind spot concerning spiritual things, and I'm talking in discernment. When they start looking at things according to the carnal eyeball and saying, oh, that's a man of God over there, because they got some church and they got their hair combed a certain way and a little suit on, carrying a Bible. That is ridiculous. All the devil has to do is dress up in sheep's clothing and talk sweet to you, carry a Bible around and recite Bible verses, and you just fall for it. And then they'll create a nice atmosphere inside of a building, turn Jesus into theatrical, stuff, or dry stuff, whatever it is you're buying. Just don't give you the truth. In other words, he'll sell the type of clothing that you're looking to buy. And you just fall for it instead of seeking Jesus. I mean, the entire New Testament is about you being free from sin. But now the churches they tell you that's not true. Well, that's because they've fallen.